To United with Alvin, you can always unite with me by liking, subscribing, and commenting in the comment section below. Now let's get to the vibes. It's good to be fourth. It's good to get closer to the Champions League spot. It's good to be in the moment that United can capture the Champions League spot. Beginning of the season, we didn't think we'd get this far. Talking about last season when we were 17th and 15th, we wanted to get to top six. And now there's opportunity to get to top four. We're already in the top four. There's opportunity to climb the Champions League spot. With Aston Villa losing and Man City also drawing, we might get top three, whatever, everything. We just have to go. At this point in time, we can see people seeing us in the rearview mirror, in the driving mirror. They're looking at us. We're coming. The speed, the Ferrari, Michael Carrick and his boys, the energy, the tenacity, the desire to get to top four, the desire to get up the table, the desire to make sure we are up there in the Champions League spot. It will be very important in terms of finances, in terms of, player power. We need this. If we are able to continue in this trajectory, this is Michael Carrick auditioning for the permanent job role. This is Michael Carrick auditioning for the permanent job. Among United, whatever you say, I would like to see United more in control of the game, because if you look at the game against Fulham, there were a lot of times Fulham easily played through my United midfield. We have to set up better. We have to make sure we are compact enough in the midfield so that it will be difficult for the team to play through. We have to be able to set up. Because if you want to dominate play, you want to be one of the elite, we have to make sure we are very tactically disciplined, especially when our opponent have the ball, to make it very difficult for them to play through it. Kudos to Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, and Kobe Menu for doing an amazing job. This draw has been very, very cool in terms of bouncing the ball to each other. But Carrick and Steve Holland have to make sure we come up with strategies or tactics that will make it difficult for teams to play through it. It is very, very important. Look, I would like to touch on Brian Mbeumo. The impact he's had this season in terms of goals, in terms of stretching opponents. Anytime we have the ball, whether in defense, in midfield, both wings, he's always on the move. He's always on the move. Scored against Spurs, scored against Liverpool, scored against City, scored against Arsenal. He's a big-time player. This is what we're talking about. He's a big-time player. If you want a player who can deliver in the big moment, that is Brian Mbeumo. He's a big-time player. Big game player. He doesn't fool when you need him. He doesn't fool when all eyes are on him. He's a player who has come to Manchester United and really, really lived up to expectation. Last season, he had 20 goals. Prior to the season, before that, I think he has 15 goals. So far, he has 89 goals. He might probably hit the 15 goal mark, even if he doesn't get the 20 goal. And that we can see he has come to Manchester United and he has delivered. When you sign quality players, if you sign quality strikers who come and improve the team. Look, we've had conversations that we've not signed a player in the general transfer, and I know United fans are not happy. But if you are not getting a quality player, why sign? We can't just sign for signing sake. I know we wanted a midfielder, but if you are bringing Ruben Diaz, Ruben Neves rather, to Manchester United, £25 million. I don't know where his wages is at. But United were interested. But if we feel it might not necessarily yield United, we have to be very careful in our signings. Once you get the signings right, everything becomes a little bit more easier. If you look at Brian Mbeumo that I've mentioned earlier, if you look at Matheus Cunha, if you look at Benjamin SESSKO, who is now getting to the groove, and let's not forget Patrick Doku. Ever since he moved to the wing position, he's just been tremendous. The quality is there. Once we get the signings right, the progress become a little bit easier. It's very, very important for Man United to be getting these signings right. Very, very important. In my last video, I made mention of Casemiro and how instrumental he is for Manchester United, and how it will be very important for United to replace him the right way. And I also made mention of Sander Berge from Fulham. Look, the game against Fulham highlighted the reason why we need to replace Casemiro properly. I mean, properly. Initially, United wanted to go for Sander Berge, I think the summer 2019. But Eric Ten Hag preferred Ugarte. And if you look at Ugate's statistics, in terms of ball recovery, it was no brainer then that United went for Manuel Ugarte. But ever since he came to Manchester United, his reading of the game has been poor. If you look at the game that we played against Fulham, Sander Berge, reading of the game, 6 foot tall, strength, lanky. He reminds me of Nemanja Matic, right? Nemanja Matic, when he came to Man United and when he was at Chelsea. He's not the quickest, but he's brilliant. And that's what Sander Berge possesses. We might get him on the cheap, because in Fulham said around £25 million. At age 27, probably 35 million pounds or 40 million pounds. When we negotiate better, we can get a player like Sander Berge in Man United. If you look at Sandro Tonali, what he's doing at Newcastle, the very good player might take a huge load of money, because I think Newcastle is selling around 75 million euro. And the chaos going on in Newcastle, they might not let Sandro Tonali live on the east, and might create a whole lot of tantrum in the media. We have to replace Casemiro very well find a proper player. Could be Elliot Anderson, could be Carlos Baleba, could be Watson. Sander Berge, from what I've seen, can be a really experienced player, because I think Manuel Ugarte should leave Man United. United has to find a suitor for him to leave. So you might probably have to buy three or four midfielders, because Manuel Ugarte doesn't fit the bill. Manuel Ugarte doesn't fit the bill. He's just a poor man Fred. I don't want to be too harsh, but he's just a poor man Fred. He doesn't read, especially when he's going into tackles. He doesn't anticipate what if. He just goes in, and when he's beaten, the opponents have free range to do whatever they want and score. If you look at the goal again, we considered against Fulham. Yes. How do we call it? Amad Diallo was a little bit tired. He didn't recover. But when the ball was coming to Sander Berge, he has his back he has his back facing the pool. It will be difficult for him to turn. So instead of Manuel Ugarte going straight to launch at him and behind him, he should have, watched, because Kenny was already coming. He could have easily made the bounce pass, and that's what he did. The moment he felt Manuel Ugarte behind him, he knew that there's a gaping hole behind him. He just bounced the ball back to Kenny, and it was a straight left foot. Manuel Ugarte should get better and read the game. He should. Now the core of United is also going. If you look at signing and bank, we nearly signed Dubai of Martinez from Aston Villa. I thought in the next 3 or 4 years, or next 2 years, we might be looking to replace him. And at that time, San Lamens have already gone to a bigger club. And for Omar Beretta and Jason Wilcox to able to have the bravery to bring in San Lamens at that point in time that we were struggling for a goalkeeper, looking for an experienced goalkeeper, looking for an astute goalkeeper, looking for a goalkeeper that can come in and calm the nerves, to take control of the defense, grab air balls, take command, and bring in a 23-year-old San Lamens, taking that risk. I give kudos to where kudos should be given to Omar Beretta and Jason Wilcox. And for Saint Lamé himself to come in, the pressure at Man United, to stay cool, to stay composure, to make big saves after big saves after big saves. Kudos to Saint Lamé. He has come to the Man United. He has come to Man United and he has bring a lot of calm. The storm was high and he has bring a lot of calm to the storm. Having a goalkeeper Saint at 23, he hasn't even hit his peak yet. He hasn't even hit his peak yet. Next season, I'm expecting much more from him. I'm expecting much more from him. And credit to Omar Bereda and Jesse Wokos and the scouting, the goalkeeper scout. I learned he was recommended by one goalkeeper scouting guy. I don't remember his name, for him to be able to identify Saint Lamé for my United. I really appreciate that. If you look at the ages, 23, Eden Heavy 19, Lenny Euro 19, Benjamin SESSKO 22, Patrick Dogu 20, Kobe Benny 20. These are the core of my United. We've had core with Alejandro Garnacho, Rasmus Holland, Kobe, Ahmad, and it didn't live up to expectation. Garnacho ego let him leave the club. Holland didn't, I always felt if Holland had proper training, if Holland had proper technique, if proper had better environment, he would have flourish at Man United. If you look at Benjamin Sesko's situation, he's not playing week in, week out because of Brian Membu scoring goals for Man United, playing the number 9 role. It's good because he doesn't always have to carry the burden. If things are not going well, Brian Membu comes and rescue the day. He doesn't have to start every game. He doesn't have to score in every game. He just has to show more potential, more patience. He has to be clinical when he gets the opportunity, has to wait on the bench and learn. And I even heard this morning that Jean-Philippe Mateta moved to Aston Villa fell off because of medical issue. It's an opportunity for Man United to get Jean-Philippe Mateta for £35 million in the summer. If United getting put Brian Membo back on the left wing, on the right wing, because at the point in time, it's only Amad Diallo at the right wing. Either we go in for a right winger, maybe Shea Lacey coming in might not be necessary be mature yet. Either we go in for a right winger in the summer, or bringing Jean-Philippe Mateta as a striker, take Brian Membo on the right winger and let him and Amad Diallo fight for that position. And then another opportunity for Benjamin Sesko to learn for Jean-Philippe Mateta, who plays vertically like him, strong, imposing. It is opportunity. Once the move fell off for AC Milan, £35 million is no brainer. United should want him. United should go for him in the summer. Bring him, add him to the striking force. You might not necessarily need to sign 3 or 4 strikers, either a right winger or Jean-Philippe Mateta, or bring him a left winger. We have to find a way to bring Jean-Philippe Mateta. If we really want him for £35 million, I think it's a no-brainer for Manchester United. It's a no-brainer for Manchester United. It's a no-brainer for Man United. For the past 4 weeks, we've just been winning player of the week, of the week, of the week. Last, I think, on match day 21, Benjamin Sesko was Premier League player of the week. On match day 22, Bruno Fernandes was Premier League player of the week. On match day 23, Patrick Dogu was Premier League player of the week. On match day 24, Casemiro was Premier League player of the week. We're cooking. We are cooking. We are not in the title race, but we're cooking. We're cooking. Kudos to Michael Carrick for coming in and bringing a lot of energy and bringing a lot of belief and bringing a lot of enthusiasm to this Man United team. We lacked it. We needed something. And he came in and we are playing the Manchester United way. Kobe Beno feels like a new signing for Manchester United at this point in time. It feels like a new signing for Manchester United anytime. Harry Maguire playing extremely well. We've missed Lisandro Martinez. Coming in at this stage of the season has been refreshing for Manchester United. Luke Shaw has been outstanding for Man United. Has been totally outstanding at Man United. Started the season as a left centre back. Now being moved as a left back. Look, his ability on the ball, his technique on the ball, his talent has never been questioned. It has always has been his availability. And it's been a long time seeing Luke Shaw playing a lot of matches and not complaining and not going on any form of injury. And it's refreshing to watch Luke Shaw. It's exciting to work Luke Shaw because of the quality that he has, the understanding that he has, the reading of the game, his ability to pop passes, his ability to cross. He's just a good player. He's an amazing player. It's just so much refreshing watching Luke Shaw. I kid you not, it's refreshing watching Luke Shaw. And I'm excited that he's been fit. We've missed this level of Luke Shaw, the Shaw Beto Carlos. We've missed him. And he has come in this season and it's been nothing but extraordinary. And if you are pushing Luke Shaw, if you are pushing Patrick Doyle as a left winger, you might well sign a left back. Maybe Harry Abbas can come in and be an steady. We might not be shooting necessarily sign big name left back. If Harry Abbas is having a good loan, he can come with Manchester United and be a good understudy for Luke Shaw. There are matches he can come in and fill the shoes. It's very necessary because we already have Mazuari, we have Diego Dallo who both can play as a left back and a right back. So Harry Abbas coming in, he might not necessarily have a lot of game time, but he will have game time. If you are not able to sign a left back because we can't sign every player that we needed in one particular summer. Please continue to like, subscribe, comment on the comment section below. Let the channel grow. United with Alvin.